Hi, I'm Rebecca Holiday. I'm a builder with Rock Paper Build.
I'm Davey McKeithran. I'm an architect and her sidekick for Rock Paper Build.
We started in 2016 doing remodels. So we would flip older homes in our neighborhood and then keep them as long-term rentals. And at some point it just evolved into naturally wanting to do a ground-up build as well. Rock, paper, scissors is how we decide all of our disputes. So we decided Rock Paper Build was a good fit for the company name.
Rock, paper, hammer was already taken.
Yeah.
We're at the Maple Residence, part of a 4-unit development in East Austin in the Chestnut neighborhood. We did the primary structure on 3 levels so that we could maximize minimize the footprint, but maximize the buildable square footage of this house. And then we did a 900 square foot ADU in the back. In that process, we ended up picking up the lot next door and doing the same idea, primary unit and accessory dwelling in the backyard.
When we were going through the design process, it was really important for us to have a really cohesive element throughout the home. So part of that is really natural materials, and we wanted to elevate this space while being, economically minded. And so a lot of times in the East Austin in particular, you'll see concrete floors throughout a lot of the first floor homes. We wanted to elevate that, and so through design process, we thought about adding an aggregate to the concrete to kind of give it this terrazzo feel. We worked with the sales department at Lauren Concrete. They let us know that they actually had a Black Star aggregate on site that they were using at a UT project. And so they invited us to come out to the plant and take a look, and then we actually visited the UT campus as well to take a look at that floor. And we loved it. We thought it looked amazing.
We even discussed options of whether we wanted to use, for the base of the aggregate, just like a limestone or a marble, because we really wanted to control the tone of the concrete too. We didn't want it to be too beigey. So we really wanted to make sure we had a little bit of control in that range too, and the sales team was very understanding of that and sort of led us in the right path so that we could get to the result that we were looking for.
They made us a custom aggregate mix, and we decided to do it for all 4 of our buildings. Everyone, has a very unique character, just depending on the time of year that you pour, depending on, how much troweling need to happen during the process. All of those things kind of add to a very unique product. So not one floor looks the same, which I think is really cool.
When we poured the concrete, it's raw, and so it just looks like gray concrete, and it's sort of a mysterious Christmas present under the tree, and you don't really know what the results are going to be until the concrete finisher comes in and grinds it down. And I think we ground down about 3/8 of an inch to a 1/2 inch to expose the aggregate. But when the day that you get to come in after they've exposed the aggregate, it's kind of like Christmas morning when you're opening up this box and then you're kind of finding out what you've got. And so it's really exciting. It was really fun, and we're very excited about the results that we have.
Yeah, in our Maple ADU, we actually discovered that there was a nail that was in the concrete at the time. And so when they ground it down, it just revealed this nice, shiny, bright stripe in the floor, which is really cool. And then over time it ended up rusting. So you get this really interesting little, detail. It's part of the house's story, which I think is really exciting.
One of the things that I thought was really unique about this process is that we're new to pouring foundations. We had done a lot of remodels. These were our first ground up new builds, and we're only doing a few houses here, 4 of them. But the way that we were treated by Lauren was actually pretty unique. We didn't feel, we actually felt special. We actually felt like they cared about what we were doing and our vision. And for such a small amount of concrete for them, they treated us just as if we were, one of the big players. We didn't feel at all that we were sort of sidelined. I got the attention that we wanted, and it felt great.
Yeah, it was great that we got to come visit the plant in South Austin. The sales team took the time to take us to UT and actually see what the product is really going to look like. When we were envisioning this during the design process, it's you don't really necessarily have anything tangible to see. So for Lauren to take that time and allow us to tag along on a construction site at UT was yeah, it was very nice. It was a really great experience. So one of the first things that people mention when they walk through the door is the floor. Obviously, we get a lot of builders that come through our homes as well. And so we've, had a couple people reach out, ask very general questions about it. Some get a little specific, like what exactly is that mix number? And so, being able to put our stamp on something like a flooring that didn't really exist in East Austin before this, and now you might see this pop up again, I think it's a really exciting process.